Paul Hayes from Clump Stampers. Today, I have a quick and easy fun fold for you. I'm like back in this mode of loving fun folds, and I hope you like this one because it works perfect with any stamps, paper, and ink. So you'll be able to grab your supplies and create this fun fold for a special card for someone. Now, real quick before we dive in, if you're not already a subscriber to my email, make sure you do that. I send out reminders every time I send a video so you won't miss it. Well, you can subscribe to YouTube as well as a lot of other stamping ideas and stuff that I don't share on YouTube or on my website. So you can find the link to join my email over on the blog post. Now, the blog post is very important. You'll find the link of it in the video description, like right down there, I guess it is, or depending on your device, it might be to the side. But make sure you hop over to blog post. I will have all the dimensions and the cutting instructions and all of that to make this fun fold. So you can watch me on the video, go over there, grab those measurements, and create one yourself. And then sign up for that email newsletter when you're there. And you get a really cool tutorial when you sign up for the email. So if you haven't done that already, make sure you do that. Alrighty, let's get to work. It's fun fold time. Let's flip the camera down and let's get crafting. Alrighty, we are using the Charming Day bundle. I've shared some other samples with this already. And don't forget, this is the bundle of the month for August, which means if you place a $75 order with me, you get this amazing video class that gives you 16 different card ideas from all different demonstrators using these products. And the videos are short and filled with tips you don't want to miss out. So if you love these products, make sure to order before the end of the month so that you can grab them. Now, we got kind of a lot of things going on here. So let's first do our base for our fun fold. Now we need a piece that's 5.5 by 7.5. So I've got a normal size card base here, and essentially I'm just cutting an inch off of it. So it's only 7.5. Oh, my blade is getting dull, friends. Okay, I think it cut okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and score it at 3.25. So essentially, when I close this, my front is just shorter, okay? You could also just take a card base, fold in half, and trim an inch off of it. So kind of however your brain works better to do that. And then let's grab our bone folder because we like nice crisp edges there. And then I have some designer series paper here and grab our adhesive. I am going to back this or layer it onto, let's see, did I cut it right? Yep, a piece of basic white. Now, do you ever think of layering with basic white? Sometimes I kind of forget about it, and then I remember again. It makes a great layering color, especially when the base of your card is a color, because it really just makes things pop. Okay, it makes this designer series paper pop. So don't forget, white doesn't have to just be, to be stamped on or card bases. So let's go ahead, stick that on the front like so. And then we're going to open it up and double check we cut right. Now remember, I will have all these measurements for you on that blog post. So you can go over there and grab them so you can create this. So the other thing I really like about this one is it lets you really use your designer series paper. Now, I am using the same one inside and out, but you could use coordinating ones from a same pack. I just kind of happen to like the look of this one. So we're going to stick it right there. Okay, so we're building our base, and then we have a little strip here. And I think, oh, it's got to be that color. We're going to go ahead and put that. We're going to layer this on white as well. Like so. I think white also kind of makes things look elegant. So we're gonna go ahead, and that little strip is just gonna go on, it's, technically on the inside, right? So it's gonna go right there, like so. Okay, so there is our card. Now the one thing I forgot to do as I was building this, okay, we need to also score at 1 inch, okay, 1 inch from this side. So we were 3.25 from here, and then we should be 1 from that side. So hopefully I got that strip on there. So we're going to go kind of hard to make sure we get through. Oh yeah, we got through. Forgot to do that right away because this is actually we want to fold it back a little bit. Okay, so here's our card base. Okay, now let's go ahead, set that aside, and let's build our focal layer. Now for this, I die cut a circle. This is the, oh gosh, I can't think of what these are. Love these dies. They're the ones that have all the fun little edges on them. And I'm going to grab them. Nature's nature something, but you can see all these circles have different kinds of edges. So I really like, just gives me a little bit more extra dimension to it, I guess. And then we're gonna grab our early espresso, and I want to double check here. Yep, we're gonna put that, I think if I go right there, we should be good. So thanks for being you. Now, one of the dies in this set, so the dies will cut out stamped images or what I call standalone images. And one of them is this flower. So I cut out already, it's a one-piece flower, so you get the whole thing in one color. And I kind of like green down here and the berry burst up at the top. So what I did is I cut 2 of them. And then I am going to just use my little paper scissors here, and we're going to cut off the top, the flower, and we're going to layer that right on top of there. So now that looks way better, right? So let's use a little bit of adhesive on the back there, and then just match it up. And there's going to be our flower. And we are going to stick this onto our focal layer. We're going to go about so. And I want to use some dimensionals underneath that. So let's stick that one there. I guess we're going to need little ones on the leaves. Let's see. Yep, we can. And when I use that stuck to my fingers. When I use the little Stampin' Dimensionals, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool in that pointy end to pick them up, and then also to take the backs off. If you kind of stick it down on there, you can pop them off. You can do that with the big ones too. So then our little flower, we're going to try to keep it on the circle as much as we can, but we want to make sure we can see our words. So there is our focal piece, and just to make it pretty, let's go ahead and tie a bow. You all know, if you follow me, linen thread is kind of my thing. I am terrible at tying bows, except with linen thread. And also, I like linen thread because it goes with absolutely everything. I don't have a whole lot of different colors of ribbon and all that, but linen thread I can put on every single project I do. And I pretty much do, right? So we're going to just tie that little double bow and then grab our mini glue dots. Now what I like to do is take it off on my finger first, because I want to kind of fold it in half, roll it up a little bit so it's smaller, so that when you stick it under that knot, it doesn't stick out. So now you can't see it at all. And let's just put that on our flower. So there's our focal layer. Now, I think before we stick this together, let's go ahead. We have an inside piece here as well. So we're going to stamp, I can't remember what this says. We'll find out as soon as we stamp it. Can't wait to see you soon. So that's just another stamp that is part of our stamp set. There's just some great little greetings that come in this. And that's kind of boring. So let's take one of the flower images. And let's go ahead and we'll just stick it up there. Okay, so this is going to go to the inside of our card. And then I'll show you the super fun part of it. Let's see. Now this card idea I actually shared at the last Creative 8 retreat. So if you were at the retreat, you saw several other samples of this idea there, and I hope you liked it and that you've used the idea. Now, this is our focal layer that's going to go on the front. And the key here is we want to adhere it only to this piece, okay? And I like to use dimensionals. So what I found is the easiest is I'll grab 2 dimensionals here, figure out where I want it, top, bottom, middle. Let's kind of go up towards the top. And I pull it way over to the side here, and that's like, okay, I think a dimensional needs to be right there. Okay, and then if that's there, another one about right there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and stick this down. Make sure you don't stick over your edge here, because then it won't fit in an envelope. Okay, but there we go. And we call this a back fold card because it doesn't open unless I fold this back, and then there's my card. So now I can write my little message there and close it up. So this shape here could be any shape. It could be a rectangle, a square, but it's just a really nice little card. Now I'll show you, if you were at the retreat, you saw these, but you can see I've used a variety of different stamps. Okay, same shape there. We got the circle. Here's the sunshine vibes. Love this paper, but look at how fun that is. But there I used the arches, and then I also did one with a rectangle. So there you go. So there is our back fold, fun fold, quick and easy, works great with any projects. I hope you like the idea, and more importantly, I hope you make some cards like this and send them off to some friends. Bless them with a hug in the mail, so when they go open their mailbox. So make sure to reach out to us if you have any questions or if we can help you in any way. If you'd like to place an order for any of these products, you can do that over on the blog post. Sign up for the email and all the jazz over on that blog post. Grab the link in the video description and we'll see you over there. So thanks for watching, friends. We'll be stamping again real soon. Have a stamp happy day.